Hey guys and girls, how's it going? Gen X Gamer here, bringing you guys another episode of our map guide series on the Eclipse DLC, and this is episode 3 on the map Spire. So this is our futuristic airport, and it looks really cool, very white and very clean, so this definitely looks like it's from the future. Look at these cars and stuff, little baggage carrying cars and things. But yeah, so this is going to be just another continuation of our series where I'm just going to be kind of showing you my first impressions of where I think good lines of sight will be, just any helpful things I can tell you guys and tips that you might want to know for this release day. So yeah, let's get into it. So this is going to be one of your spawns, and so there's of course 3 major routes to take on any of these maps. So yeah, we're going to start with the left one. So, around here there's just not really that much. It's just kind of this huge pillar thing in the way. I guess it's an elevator maybe. And so yeah, so we're just going to continue going to the left this way. And there's lots of nice flank areas for sure over here. This kind of gives you a little bit of a peek if anybody's coming up this escalator towards the middle of the map, but we'll cover that in a second. So, continuing to the left over here, this gives you a big line of sight over here. If anyone's doing this wall run, you can sit right behind this head glitch and just totally nail them as they run by. So that's very helpful to know, for sure. So you take this wall run and hop over onto this area, and you also get a nice view over here. If anybody's head glitching this way, watch out for that. And as you continue this wall run over this way, you will eventually make it all the way over to the other side of the map. And so this is exactly identical to the other side, except it's red, and so the other spawn ends up being right around here. So this is kind of the part that you guys probably saw in the trailer for this map, which is the sort of terminal area, and it's very red and very pretty. The colors are once again amazing, and like they have all the gate boards up here, and like this is just so cool to see, like these clouds, like we're way up in the sky, and all sorts of, here's the command tower I guess, and this is really neat, just like these buildings kind of poking up from the clouds. Huge futuristic chairs, these things might give you massages, I don't know. Someone left a napkin? There we go, put a sniper bullet through it. So, oh man, look at this, there's some ships flying around. This is really cool, I just love the way they designed this. It kind of seems like a very updated version of the Modern Warfare 2 terminal map. Kind of, I like that they kind of bring back some of the themes from the old games. So yeah, this is a little bit of gates to walk through, and so if you guys spawn on this side, let's cover the other sort of flank route I guess you can use. So this way is gives you a little bit of protection. Kind of, you have to be careful peeking around this corner, as there are people that can see you if they're kind of spawn trapping you on this side. And then you can continue passing. I don't know how they got a tree to grow in here. I mean, this doesn't seem to be connected to the ground at all. So this is quite interesting. Anyway, it's got some more shrubbery and things like that around here. Don't cross over this because that gets you out of the map. And if you keep continuing, then you can get a big peek into the middle of the map, which we'll look at in a second. And so as you cross over to the blue side, you end up with this very similar layout on both sides, which makes it kind of easy to learn the map at least. And you're back to this cargo area, and so like one spawn is in this cargo area, and the other spawn is in the terminal. So if you can kind of remember that, then you'll be kind of on opposite side of the map, at least for major TDM type games. That's kind of where it'll probably be. And so now let's take a little bit of a look into the middle of the map, which gets a little bit more complicated for sure. So this was that sort of blue hallway that we saw when we were going over to the left, and that sort of leads over to this head glitch, ticket counter maybe, whatever you want to call this. That gives you some insight into this area. You can kind of peek over if people are starting to come up around from the other spawn, which is definitely good. You snipers out there, this is your spot. So right here gives you a nice big view, probably one of the best lines of sight in terms of, watch out for snipers from this area by Joe's Wraps over there. And this gives you like a really clean, nice line of sight, especially if you use this as a head glitch right here, like kind of squat down, and you can pick off people this way. You scoot over a little bit, you have lines of sight over here, and this way of course. And so this is very helpful area. So for you snipers, you'll find that area pretty friendly. And it says Apex Flights. So apparently that's the airline we're part of. So yeah, so this is an escalator, staircase I guess, area that you can come down into. So this is the middle of the map. And the nice thing is, even though you're in the middle of the map, as long as you kind of stay back, you're not immediately exposed, which is kind of nice. The nice thing is, once you come down these stairs, you do have a nice clean line of sight to the people who are flanking. So if you can catch any of them before they get to your spawn, that's good right this way. And if you come over to the left, then you can also get this sneaky wall run spot here. So if anybody's trying to do this wall run, you can snipe them off from over this way, which is very helpful. And so that's good. So this area is very exposed, so I would be very careful about using this wall run, as both teams, you know, from both spawns, it's very visible area around here, so I'd be careful using this flank route. I'd probably prefer the one on that side. And then as you come over this way, it gets more and more colorful. There's some kind of, you know, counter over here, and yeah, this sort of leads back towards the gated area, and this is just kind of very similar layout to both sides of the map, which helps. There's a room in the middle here, which is full of all sorts of artistic, very pottery-based stuff. Looks like a museum exhibit almost, which is kind of strange in the middle of an airport. But that leads over to our big friend, the Tree of Life over here, as well as back over to the center of the map, which is on this side. I think the easy way to keep track of where you are, at least for the first few days of playing this game, is kind of the colors. So this side's going to be your red and this side blue, so it kind of helps you figure out which, you know, whether you've kind of crossed over to the middle of the map yet, or if you pushed the spawn too far, things like that. So yeah, so once you pass over that part, you kind of just get back to the other side of the spawn, other main terminal side, which is pretty simple. So this map does have a lot of little nooks and crannies, but it's also fairly simple in the way that it's designed, and I do like that it'll make it easy to learn for the first few times playing, you know, new multiplayer games on this. But it does definitely leave a lot of elevation change, which I really like. So it gives you a lot of good lines of sight. You can peek around this corner, you can see very far down the map, which does help. And so yeah, I hope you guys found this sort of day one tutorial video helpful. Let me know if you guys enjoyed by dropping a like, and if you want to see more of these types of videos, as well as a lot more Black Ops 3 videos, please subscribe. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.